think that Dean Smith would really like to see his team start the second half the same way. The early portions of the second half are very important in every game, but I think they're crucial for the Duke Blue Devils right here. I think they've got to make some kind of a run early to get the game on a much more competitive level than it is right now.
The Tar Heels lead by 13 as we begin the second half.
Look how far off Bobby Hurley King Rice is playing. King Rice is right in the middle of the lane helping out against Christian Laettner. With Hurley outside, he was paying no attention to him on that particular defensive series.
Hurley in the corner gets the basketball and drives it to the basket. Grant Hill is fouled by George Lynch.
And that time, again, with King Rice playing off Bobby Hurley, Duke moved the ball to Hurley quickly. You can see Rice was not in real good position as he had to hustle to recover. And Hurley does a nice job penetrating to the basket. Didn't see much of that from Bobby Hurley in the first half, and I'm sure Mike Krzyzewski considers that to be a good sign to start the second.
Grant Hill with 6 first-half points for the Duke Blue Devils. A 62% foul shooter this season.
And if you're going to try to make a comeback against this type of a lead, Bob, if you're Duke, you have to try to cash in on the vast majority of the opportunities that you get in the second half. And these are opportunities, free shots, that are going to be crucial for the Duke Blue Devils.
And Grant, nothing but net. The Tar Heel lead was 18 at 47-29. It now stands at 11. Davis inside Fox, great feed.
North Carolina spread the court. Duke's help was simply not there. Very easy basket for North Carolina. They've done a great job breaking down the Duke defense.
Off the fingertips of Thomas Hill. A Duke turnover.
Defense by Duke.
Davis with some defensive heat. Lynch on the baseline. He'll fire it up and just missed it.
That was pretty good defense by Duke that time.
Laettner takes Chilcutt to the baseline. Tipped up by Grant Hill, but rebounded by Chilcutt. Hubert Davis. And a foul call by Bobby Hurley as he tried to wrestle that rebound away.
Bob, we showed you in the halftime stats that North Carolina with a big rebounding advantage, and they hit the offensive board very strongly to start the second half. The pass to Hubert Davis. Nobody blocks out George Lynch. Look at that. On the inside, both Rick Fox and George Lynch have the good position. Duke simply not doing a good job on the defensive backboard.
Rice.
Bobby Hurley is struggling, but King Rice is having no problems with his confidence. What a game he's playing.
Laettner driving to the basket and angles it in. 14 points for Christian Laettner, 53-40 Tar Heels.
And North Carolina will be quite content to trade baskets with Duke.
And pull one up. Blocks a three-pointer.
5 three-pointers in the ball game for North Carolina. That's the first one in the second half.
Thomas Hill's baseline shot doesn't go. Kept alive by Grant Hill, but Fox finally clears it. And a foul on Brian Davis.
North Carolina just too much strength inside for Duke.
The Tar Heels grabbed this game by the throat in about the first 5 seconds. They have to let go. 56-40.
And a bucket here will equal their largest lead of the game.
Backdoor to Fox. Rick with 18. The Tar Heels by 18. And that Carolina bench is going crazy.
Carolina fans enjoying it too.
Hurley's three, short. Fox ahead, Lynch to the basket. Carolina by 20. Timeout, Duke. .60-40. Tar Heel majority.
North Carolina administering an old-fashioned whipping to the Duke Blue Devils, and they're being led by Rick Fox with that backdoor and dunk. Instant replay right here. Rick Fox, another great job getting position inside and scoring. Fox with 18 points. Look at that block out by North Carolina. Chilcutt gets Leitner, Fox gets Davis, and down the court they go.
16:34 remaining.
Everybody that you talked to preceding this basketball game talked about how they thought this was going to be a very tight, hotly contested contest, but North Carolina has dominated every facet of this basketball game. From the inside, as you just saw, from outside, Duke has never been in the game.
Leitner turns it over. Yet another example.
The pressure that King Rice has been able to apply to Hurley, very effective. Chilcutt and Leitner pushing against one another. Mike Krzyzewski saying that Leitner was pushed. That was a tough pass to handle. And the result is a Duke turnover.
Lynch stripped and taken away by Leitner. Return pass, batted down. Hurley to Kubek in the corner. Carolina has just been a half a step quicker than Duke all day.
That's great defense against that pass.
Kubek. Grant Hill. Leitner. Kubek. And the foul. This one on Chilcutt.
That is the best work of the day for the Duke Blue Devils on the backboard. North Carolina has dominated the board up to this point. Duke working very hard. Kubek, who gave Duke a little lift early in the first half when he came off the bench, misses the first shot. One offensive rebound by Grant Hill. He puts it back up. Leitner's going to get another tip. Kubek is going to recover the basketball, gets fouled by Chilcutt and puts it in. But it's really the first time today that Duke has had a flurry on the offensive board. We've seen a couple of those by North Carolina.
Three-point play for Kubek makes it a 17-point game. In case you were wondering, the biggest blowout in tournament finals history came in 1968 when North Carolina beat NC State 87-50, a 37-point margin. This one currently stands at 19. Leitner to the bucket. 16 for Christian Leitner.
King Rice talking to Lenny Wirtz as he dribbles the ball up the court. Man-to-man defense by the Duke Blue Devils. The pressure's really on them now. They know that they've got to have a big defensive sequence every time down the court.
So, too, Dan, must they get something out of their offense?
Absolutely, and this really puts some pressure on a team that everything's got to be done well.
Leitner gets some room, but is fouled by Lynch, and he'll shoot a pair.
The last couple of trips down the court, Leitner has done a tremendous job catching the ball. The pass is poorly thrown. Leitner's going to catch this one. Watch him look. He sees where the out-of-bounds line is. He steps back in, just gets the ball up so he can get himself in better position. Leitner working very, very hard in the ball game.
Third foul on George Lynch. And Leitner to shoot two. He is 1 of 2 at the line this afternoon. 16 points Christian Laettner ranks in the top 5 in the ACC in points, rebounds, field goal percentage, block shots, and surprisingly steals. Tremendous low post defender. .24 left. Crawford Palmer is going to let Christian catch his breath on the bench.
And remember, just because Duke is trying to make a comeback in the game, they still have to substitute. Laettner's still got to take a blow every once in a while. So it's very important that the substitutes maintain the pressure on North Carolina. Boy, good movement by North Carolina.
Something they've exhibited this entire game. Lynch to the line.
When you move on offense, you just put such pressure on the defense. They can't really set the pressure against the basketball, and they can't. It's so tough to guard cutting players, defending against screens. Lynch gets an opening because of good movement without the ball and draws a foul.
Much has been made, particularly thanks to NCAA tournament history, of Duke at the Meadowlands. They've gone 9-1 there and 8-0 in NCAA tournament play. But there is certainly some magic in the Charlotte, North Carolina Coliseums over the years for Dean Smith and North Carolina. The Tar Heels in the city of Charlotte, 96-12 all time. And looking to win their 3rd ACC title in this town.
With the kind of record that North Carolina has historically, their Kubek is going to get fouled by Lynch. The kind of tradition they had, Bob, they've got a heck of a record in every town in which they play.
Indeed.
That foul's on Lynch. I think that's foul number 4 on George Lynch, and so he's going to have to go out of the ball game. That's a pretty nice thing to be able to do. A guy like George Lynch goes out and Rozier comes in.
Okay, guys. Nice, you got 2.
Grape Kubek, co-captain of the Blue Devils. He's played 3 previous years for Duke, all 3 resulting in trips to the Final Four. A lost opportunity for the Blue Devils there. As you pointed out, Dan, they have to take advantage of everything given to them. And free throw shooting at the top of the list. 9 points this game for Greg Kubek, 62-48. 13:50 left. Christian Laettner coming back to the scorers table to check in.
Man-to-man for Duke.
Hubert Davis throws it up and off. Kept by Rozier, but Hurley stepped out of bounds.
Just has not been Bobby Hurley's day. Jerry Donahue tell him, do not talk to me again. Captains are the only folks supposed to talk to the referees. And they're not supposed to say much. Davis. Now that's great defense by McCaffrey. He had his hands in there, stopped Davis, a tough shot. It's going the Tar Heels' way.
I think everybody in the building expected Duke to make a run, a serious run at North Carolina. But much to the Tar Heels' credit, they have not allowed that to happen.
They continue to maintain their intensity. They're making Duke take difficult opportunities, and the way you make a run is you get a series of easy opportunities and you convert them, and North Carolina just simply hasn't allowed that to happen.
And that is going to be a blocking foul on Bill McCaffrey.
McCaffrey never really got himself set in defensive position. And those are the kind of calls that have to go Mike Krzyzewski's way if his team is going to make a comeback in the ballgame.
Pete Chilcutt is back. Reese out of the game. 12:43 remaining in the second half. 64-50 North Carolina. Laettner. There's one of those steals we were talking about out of the low post. And it comes to Hurley. Thomas Hill doesn't go for the 3, loses the ball.
It's an opportunity you have to convert, Bob. North Carolina doing a nice job getting back on defense. Tar Heels have been superb on the defensive end of the court all day. And you can see what the result is. Duke doesn't get two that they ought to have down on the other end. And North Carolina comes back, attacks inside, and gets an easy two.
12 minutes remaining in the ACC Championship. Kubek for three. Gilchrist blocked him off superbly. Over to Montross, ahead to Fox, and it's a 2-on-1. And for one of the rare times in the second half, the Tar Heels took it away.
I think Duke got their hands on the basketball.
They did touch it, indeed. Carolina will maintain possession. And an official's timeout on the floor. Dean Smith from the North Carolina Tar Heels leading Coach K and leading big 66-50. This from Budweiser. Elsewhere on this championship Sunday, Missouri in the Big A final leading Nebraska by 8 in the second half. Big Ten regular season, Iowa trying to pull off the win over Ohio State. Princeton, Petey Carrill's team routing Loyola Marymount in the second half in New Jersey. Stay tuned for the NCMB Players of the Game Award brought to you by NCNB. Bob Rathman, Dan Bonner, and Paul Cameron back with you as the Tar Heels. Wow, look at those numbers.
Bob, they're getting great opportunities. They've broken down the Duke defense. They're getting the ball close to the basket, and they're converting.
And that is going to be a foul on Rick Fox, trying to hold off his defender.
Rick Fox has done a good job, particularly in this second half. We've shown you a couple of replays where he's got an excellent position inside. He's holding off Thomas Hill. That's a very, very good call. You can't do that. Can't stick that arm out there and hold somebody behind you. But for Duke now, time is growing short. They've got to start converting some opportunities and chipping into this lead.
Leitner. Thomas Hill again outside the three-point ring, gets closer, misses the bank shot, and Fox the rebound.
Great movement in the zone defense by North Carolina, reacting to the Duke passes.
Tip ball.
Oh, what a play by Rick Fox! Lying flat on his back, tips it to a teammate. What a tremendous play!
Incredible. I don't believe what I just saw from the reaction of the Duke bench.
This is a great trap. Phelps is in serious trouble. Fox is just trying to tip the ball away from the diving Hurley. It goes off Hurley. It goes right to Phelps. Great hustle by Rick Fox. You've heard of thinking on your feet. That was playing on your stomach.
Hurley's three.
Still hasn't scored in this game. Duke now 3 for 12 from behind the three-point arc.
Hurley with a steal, but out of bounds. It's been that kind of a day. .10:52 remaining. Tar Heels by 16.
If Rick can get him inside.
Montross. 6 points for the freshman from Indiana.
Boy, that kid can really play. He can really be a factor inside. Not too many teams in the country have anybody that big to guard.
Christian Leitner misses it off the window. The Tar Heels can take it back to 20. 21 with a three. Grant Hill takes it away for Duke. Hurley. Grant Hill lost the handle. Fox trying to take the charge.
Bob, we talked about the pressure that it puts on you to be 18 points down with 10 minutes to go. You just try to make plays that aren't there. Again, scores, foul on Leitner. And when you're the team that's 18 points ahead, boy, is it fun to play basketball. Not very much pressure on you. You can go and play hard. That's a great bounce pass across by Rodel. Phelps gets the ball up on the board, and then Leitner, in trying to block the shot, gets himself out of position. And notice that Thomas Hill just stands and watches. Nobody steps in and tries to block anybody out. All the guys from Duke with their feet flat on the floor. It's just been a very, very rough afternoon.
Derek Phelps with an eye to the future. As you mentioned, Dan, earlier, getting some very valuable playing time, backing up King Rice at the point. He missed 4 games earlier with a sprained left knee. Back strong. Picks up his 5th point of the contest. The biggest lead for North Carolina. Rice back, Phelps out. Tar Heels by 21. Leitner tips it, but Davis, that did nothing but trigger the break. Hubert up and in.
And Leitner's down, and he's hurt. Bob Leitner did tip that ball. He was trying to get the rebound.
Max Crowder, the Duke trainer, Mike Krzyzewski, the head coach, to check on him.
That's the only thing that can make this game a more complete disaster for Mike Krzyzewski and Duke. Leitner's going to tip the ball, and he comes down, turns his ankle, steps.
Grant Hill maybe have stepped on him. See if we can get a better look.
Looked like he stepped on, well, it is. It's Grant Hill he steps on. I thought maybe he stepped on King Rice, but it's Grant Hill he steps on. He goes down. It looked like it's the ankle. They're not working on the ankle.
Knee, and it looked perhaps, Dan, just from our vantage point, maybe hyperextending that knee when Grant sort of fell into him and then collided. Just a guess.
Said, Bob, the only thing that makes turns it into total and complete disaster when you're getting your head handed to you is one of your main guys gets hurt when you've got the NCAA tournament coming up.
.9:17 remaining. 73-50 North Carolina. Kubek in the land of the Giants, blocked by Montross.
Montross never jumped to block that one. Just put both those hands up in the air and swatted the ball away.
Davis, a 3. 17 for Hubert, 3 3-pointers. It's all North Carolina now, 76-50. Buckley to follow.
By Duke. Again, they're trying to pressure the basketball, Bob, but it's very, very difficult. You try to apply that pressure, and that opens some opportunities, and North Carolina's been moving well and passing well today. They've been finding every weak spot.
Fox, Montross, the foul on Buckley.
And obviously, when you have a lead of 24 points, you tend to play with confidence. North Carolina just sure that everything that they shoot up there is going in the basket.
Montross in the tournament, 4 points, 2 rebounds against Clemson, 7 and 5 yesterday against Virginia. George Lynch with 4 fouls comes back in for North Carolina. Chilcutt to the bench. And Eric Montross to that foul line. The Carolina freshman has been outstanding today. You'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who hasn't played a great game for North Carolina. A number 1 seed against a number 2 seed here this afternoon. And the last time the number 2 seed won was in '71. That was the famous game in Greensboro when Joyce outjumped Dedmon and Tom Owens laid it in at the buzzer.
North Carolina making sure that there's none of those kind of heroics at the end of this game.
Kevin Joyce nowhere to be found today. Rick Fox picks up his 4th foul. If we can get word on Christian Laettner's condition, we will pass it along to you. 7:59 left in the second half. And a timeout on the floor. Rick Fox with 4 fouls comes to the Tar Heel bench. Carolina in a runaway. Charlotte Coliseum, no second half drop off for the Tar Heels of North Carolina. In fact, they're better from the floor in the second half than the first.
And for the Duke Blue Devils, it's gone from bad to worse. Christian Laettner bangs his knee with Grant Hill. He's down. He's sitting on the bench. No word on his condition, at least that we have. 18 points, 5 rebounds. During that timeout, he was pacing up and down in front of the bench, limping noticeably. So in the kind of a game that we have here today, as Kubek hits the 3, I don't know that we're going to see Laettner anymore.
Of course, Duke is going
Okay, that shows you how much I know. Here comes Laettner walking up. He's coming back in the game. Never mind.
Too bad they don't have erasers on microphones.
Gee. That's really not very nice.
Hey, I know what it feels like. Here's Rice.
He's in there 3 seconds. Gets that pivot foot in there. Pivots around.
77-55 Tar Heels. 7:33 left.
It's hard to make a comeback in a game where you trail by 13 at halftime when you're only going to shoot 23%.
Kubek, though, warming up from the outside. Back-to-back threes. 77-58. And Kubek makes the defensive play. Possession, though, belongs to North Carolina on the help ball.
Lynch turns to square up. Kubek times it perfectly. Ties the ball up. Excellent play by Kubek. Kubek has 15 points in the basketball game.
His season high 19. Davis going to work on the other Davis. And Kubek knocks it away. Now the senior in the ACC championship. Going down without a fight. Laettner travels.
Boy, that's the way it's gone all day for Duke.
And Mr. Laettner having a few words for referee Jerry Donahue.
Boy, he's lucky he didn't get a tee right there. Wow. I have to believe that Jerry Donahue didn't hear it.
Selective hearing loss, perhaps. Or if you're a lip reader, it's a field day. Scores again inside, this time Ryan Reese.
And Mike Krzyzewski's all over the referees on the other side of the court. There, Kubek now with 3 three-pointers in a row. Mike's already got himself 1 technical foul. He gets another, he gets to leave early.
Lynch. Chilcutt. 6 minutes remaining in the basketball game. The Carolina lead is 18. Chilcutt backdoors and is fouled by Laettner.
Laettner with just a good aggressive play. He was fouling him, making sure that he didn't get the ball up to the basket. Referee stepping in there between him, but Christian Laettner puts a hand down to try to help Chilcutt up. There he comes over the back with the foul. Obvious foul, but Christian Laettner extending that hand to Chilcutt, trying to help him up off the floor. Great backdoor cut.
Pete Chilcutt 2 for 2 at the free throw line this afternoon. He has scored 6. Everybody contributing to the Carolina cause.
And I think that's been key to the basketball game, Bob. Rick Fox with the big game, obviously, for North Carolina. Chilcutt 3 steals to go along with those points and rebounds, but everybody has made a contribution.
Chilcutt with a 81-61. North Carolina by 20. Under 6 to play in the championship game. Laettner to the basket. Releases some frustration. Another backdoor. This Davis gets the jump shot out of it. Grant Hill rebounds ahead to Hurley. Christian to the bucket. Rejected, but they'll count it. That's a goaltend.
That's a goaltend, but it's certainly a goaltend that makes George Lynch feel pretty good. Leitner continues playing hard, drives to the basket. George Lynch gives that a good throw. Here's the last time Leitner takes it to the basket. He gets the dunk. Nobody gets in the way for that one.
Carolina's going to call a timeout. 5:17 left. Duke has cut it back to 81-65. Dean Smith stopping the clock.
You know, they came out and they decked Duke the very first thing, and they haven't let the Blue Devils up off the canvas.
The closest it's been here in the second half, 49-38. It's now 81-65 with 5:17 left. Chilcutt.
That's really nice ball movement to beat the pressure.
Four corners. Fox with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
All the Duke fans trying to help the officials. I'm sure they appreciate it.
4 seconds. Rice. Nope. Follow. No. Fox blocked. Out of bounds to Duke. But that did take 50 seconds off the clock. 81-65 Tar Heels. An upset in the Big Ten today. Iowa defeats Ohio State 80-69.
You know, Bob, everybody was conceding that #1 seed in the Midwest region to Ohio State. They've lost 2 in a row. I don't know. I do know that Grant Hill just scored 14 points.
81-67. Fox all the way. Rick with 22. Well, you love when your seniors play their best in the big games, and Fox has done that for the Tar Heels. Leitner. Lynch gets the rebound and leads the break. King Rice puts it in. 85-67. Kubek. Another three.
Boy, Kubek.
Taking a page out of the Monroe playbook.
21 points now for Kubek.
And that is a career high. He's hit 5 3-pointers, 4 in the second half. Fox with an answering three. Anything you can do.
Well, there haven't been many things that the Tar Heels haven't done today, and done very, very well, Bob. An extremely impressive performance.
Grant Hill just dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. .88-70. I can't help, Dan, but think back to that ACC championship game 2 years ago in Atlanta. Carolina came out, different set of players, but Carolina came out on a mission. And they sustained that intensity for 40 minutes and won that basketball game. And they seem to show that those same components today. They took charge of the game at the start, maintained the intensity throughout, and for their efforts, an 18-point lead. Leitner bats it out of bounds.
We talked about the team that came out, Bob, and was able to funnel their emotions into intense play, and we thought that the team that did that the best was going to win the game. Well, North Carolina certainly has done that today. Duke has just looked a step slow all day long.
Fox to Rodel.
Wisely moving the ball back outside. Don't need any more points. Need to run that clock.
And Kubek with the foul.
Playing the ball. The ball's on the other side of Roto's body. Roto goes down hard. 1-on-1. It's Team foul number 8 against Duke.
Henrik Rodel, the sophomore from Germany. Averages just under 4 a game. Hit a 3-pointer in the first half today. 1 of 10. Tar Heels to score in the game, and now a technical foul has been called on Christian Laettner.
He's sort of been looking for that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shoot a 1-and-1. Rodel still gets the 1-and-1 shot opportunity. Then there's going to be a two shots. So there will be 2 shots to technical, and then North Carolina will get the ball back. And Laettner has gone out of the game. Buckley's in replacing him. I do not know what all that was about. Except that Laettner was looking for trouble and he found it. Very frustrating afternoon for Duke. I think that's what you can write that off to.
King Rice will shoot the technicals.
Mike Krzyzewski's team coming into this ball game was playing very, very well. You talked to all the Duke people, and they were just very pleased with the way their team was performing. They thought they were coming together, that they were really on a good roll here. And then to come in and just get their ears so thoroughly boxed as has happened today is a very, very difficult situation. And remember, we're talking about kids here, and Christian Laettner just letting his emotions get away from him a little bit.
Now the final today, Princeton in the tournament is the Ivy League champions, defeating Loyola Marymount. And I go back to a point I think you made maybe Saturday or Friday when we were sitting around the press tables and chatting between games. Momentum in tournament basketball means nothing.
Oh, no, it has nothing. Tournament basketball, 1 shot and out, just it really doesn't mean anything. North Carolina has had the advantage today. They've used their size. They used their intensity to just keep Duke from doing anything that Duke had tried to accomplish.
2-shot foul. 90-70. Coming in for the Tar Heels is Brian Reese, the freshman from the Bronx. And Rick Fox, the senior, with a team-high 25 to lead North Carolina to the bench. What a great feeling for that Tar Heel senior. For Rodel in the game. 92-70. Foul on the Tar Heels. You can put this under the category of go figure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The key, I think, there is Thomas Hill with 2 and Bobby Hurley with zip.
Just got his first one. .92-72. In addition to winning the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship, we'll find out in a couple of hours what this will do to Carolina's fate in the tournament.
Duke wins the regular season championship, Bob, and is playing very, very well. And you figure, I think, that with Syracuse losing in the opening round of the Big East tournament, even if Duke loses this game, that they probably get the #1 seed in the East. But after this tremendous blowout, I think all that is up in the air. Could be that the Tar Heels are looking at #1 seed in the East. Although the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee usually emphasizes regular season performance, you have to wonder what this kind of a blowout, what effect that'll have.
Well, this will raise some eyebrows in Kansas City, there's no question. Dean Smith clears the bench. The Tar Heel celebration has just begun. Remaining.
Well, a lot of folks who didn't figure to be in the ACC championship game getting an opportunity to play.
Lang had his shot blocked by Wenstrom out of bounds. Kenny Harris is in.
Frustrating afternoon for Bobby Hurley. Thomas Hill only 1 for 11 field goal shooting. Bobby Hurley with no field goals.
Lang loses it. Wenstrom, Sullivan, Harris, Cherry, and Salvadori in for the Tar Heels. Salvadori inside, reverses and scores. Everybody getting into the act for the Tar Heels. 94-72. To the bucket. Fouled by Buckley. With 17.9 seconds remaining. Last Sunday, it was Duke that was doing the celebrating in Chapel Hill. Role reversal in Charlotte for the ACC championship. It's the largest margin of victory for one team in the ACC finals since that 1968 game that we mentioned earlier today. Carolina beating State 87-50. Scott Cherry, sophomore. Tar Heels have scored in the game.
Bob, and you have to wonder what this does to the confidence of the Duke Blue Devils headed into the NCAA tournament.
96-72. Clark misses. The follow goes for Lang. 5 seconds remaining. At the buzzer, Sullivan. And the North Carolina Tar Heels are the ACC champions. Carolina Tar Heels, the ACC winners based on a 24-point win. Now,
ACC basketball has been brought to you by US Air.